welcome to Doug's Daily Delicacies, broadcast to you live each day from Sarasota's favorite gourmet food and wine store in downtown Sarasota, As Good As It Gets. Today we'd like to talk about olive oil. Olive oil has been around for a long time. The Greeks made it famous back 2,000 years ago, perhaps even further back than that. They used it in wrestling, they used it in many sports. They used it to make their skin supple, and today it remains one of the very best ways of making your skin supple. But we use olive oil now to make salads, to dip our bread in. We should not cook with olive oil, however. This is one of the great myths of the 20th century, is that olive oil was a healthy material to use while you are cooking. Once you bring olive oil to smoke temperature, all of the good properties that are in olive oil turn to trans fat. In fact, all of the olive oil turns to trans fat. If you are going to cook, use either coconut oil, duck fat, or lard. Those are the three healthiest materials that you can cook with today. Do not cook with olive oil. It is not good for you. However, it is delicious in used in other ways, and it has many health benefits as well. I've picked out the top 10 health benefits for you, and I'd just like to read them off very quickly because it's interesting how significant olive oil is in being one of the foods that can extend your life and reduce so many debilitating diseases. Number one, it helps to prevent cancer, which reduces inflammation and can decrease both the risk of breast cancer and its reoccurrence. Number two, it helps to reduce the risk of diabetes. 3, it reduces your blood pressure. 4, it helps to prevent heart disease. 5, it lowers your cholesterol. 6, it helps to prevent obesity. There is some fat in olive oil, and therefore it has some calories, but it's about 9 calories a gram. And if you look at the peoples who really eat olive oil, the Mediterranean countries, you'll find that they live longer, they're healthier, and their digestive tracts are in better condition than ours, and most of all, they're thinner than we are. And they're thinner than the Northern Europeans are. Here in the United States, of course, we're the inventors of fast food, which is probably the main contributor to having us become the fattest nation on earth. But olive oil, again, can help to reduce your obesity. As I mentioned early on, it helps you to have healthy skin. Just apply it as you would any type of skin cream, lightly, and rub it in. It does produce a healthy digestive tract. Your gastrointestinal system, as olive oil goes through it, is coated by the oil, and it helps the food move through your gastrointestinal system a little bit more easily and reduces wear and tear. It helps to prevent rheumatoid arthritis. And finally, number 10, it also helps to prevent osteoporosis, a crippling disease that reduces the density of the bones and is very painful. Here at As Good As It Gets, we carry the world's best olive oils. After all, if you're going to call your store As Good As It Gets, you better deliver with the promise. We carry the best oils from Greece, from Spain, from Italy, and from France. And I've got a couple of samples I'd just like to show you here, starting with probably the most flavorful and strongest oil that we carry, which is the Olive Table Organic Special Reserve that we buy directly from a family in Greece and import. It's a very flavorful olive oil. If you like a strong mossy flavor with a good robust finish, the Olive Table Special Reserve Organic is probably the oil you want. Moving down the strength scale, or the robustness scale a little bit, but still staying with something that's fairly robust, this is the Marques de Valdueza, named the best olive oil in the world in 2013. It is grown at a high altitude on a small finca in northern Spain. It does have a mossy flavor and a very nice finish to it. From Spain we move to Italy, where we have the Buio. The Buio, like all of the others, is a cold process olive oil. Any kind of heat that is used in the making of olive oil damages the quality and the flavor of oil. All of the olive oils at As Good As It Gets are made through cold press centrifuge devices. That means that you're getting the very best olive oil in the very best condition. The Bouillot, bottled in this opaque black bottle, has two interesting characteristics. One, the centrifuge they use prevents the olives and the olive oil from ever coming into contact with oxygen. And two, the opaque black bottle keeps it from ever being exposed to light. It is a lovely, smooth olive oil with plenty of good olive flavor and a delightful, smooth but not too smooth finish. So the Bouillot is a very, very much a top oil, but yet not my favorite. My favorite is this bottle. It's the Provence from France. Just look at that color. It's a buttery, beautiful, transparent color. It is an unfiltered olive oil like all the rest, and it is like wearing a mink coat in your throat. It is an elegant oil, and as you swallow it, it will go down your esophagus, and you will just feel like it is velvet coating your digestive system. It loses no flavor. It's just a different type of flavor, very subtle, just absolutely unimpeachably delicious. We also carry a couple of small bottles of specialty olive oils. These are the Tartufo de Fascia organic olive oils. My fingers are in the way. There they are. One is flavored with white truffle, and the other is flavored with porcini mushroom. They are delightful for using for dipping. The infusions are not particularly strong, but they are there. So when you're dipping your bread into these olive oils, you will get that lovely flavor of either porcini mushroom or white truffle, whichever you prefer. So, please come and see us at As Good As It Gets. We'd love to give you a sample of any of our olive oils and our many other delicacies that we import from around the world. But also remember that if for some reason you can't come in and visit us at the store, we are online, fully e-commerce enabled at www.asgoodasitgets49palm.com. That's palm like palm tree, www.asgoodasitgets49palm.com. Come in today, have a cup of coffee, join us for a tasting. See you soon. Thank you.